Yo, we pretty much got like lighthearted videos, for this whole week. Y'all know I stay pre-filming, and I was like, oh, last week's group of videos, they were very dark, okay? And I was like, honestly, y'all, when I was editing them, I was like, I don't think I like talking about this dark stuff. Like every now and then, sure, if it's like a big hot topic, of course, like I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? But I was like back to back to back. I was like, no, I like gossiping about like lighthearted stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was over here like, oh, we got this type of allegation, we got that type of allegation, we got this type of pictures, we got that type of pictures. And I was like, this is getting to be a whole lot, y'all. Like, I thought I was like filming like CSI over here. I was like, there's too much going on for me, and y'all, I'm not cut out for that because when it comes down to those like serious types of things, I don't know. I feel like obviously you could get into like really like criminal allegations, and I don't ever want to be a part of that, y'all. Like, please do. Recently I've been seeing that supposedly, y'all know I never even talked about this on my channel because it's just too much for me, but like supposedly recently like Taylor Swift is getting called into court in this whole like Justin Baldoni and like what the hell is her name? Is it not Kristen Stewart? Oh my god, I forgot her name. The Blake Lively. Jesus, I literally forgot her name. Apparently, she's getting dragged into it, and I'm like, y'all, I don't want to get dragged into nothing. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, too, I ain't trying to get sued because y'all know I'm broke. So I'm like, I can't afford a lawsuit. So I am hoping to stay away from the deep stuff. However, today is kind of deep because I don't know if you guys have recently saw, okay, I have talked about Eugenia Cooney before on my channel, and I want to say this, okay, I am one of those people, like, if it's, unhealthy over here, it's unhealthy over here, you know what I'm saying? I've talked about this before because there was a comparison made, oh, I can't even remember when I made this video, to where people were calling out, like, people supporting Eugenia Cooney, and they were saying, like, oh my god, like, how are you guys, like, bashing her so much, but you're over here saying body positivity for, a 5'2" woman who's 400 pounds or whatever, you know what I mean? And I am sorry, I said within that video, and I still stand by this, okay? And I don't even remember if that was like 2 years ago. It was a hot minute ago. And I do agree. I don't think that it is healthy to be, hundreds of pounds. I got to keep it real. Y'all know I've shared my journey, obviously, so much damn times with me and my weight. And like, oh my God, I go from 300 to 220 back to 300. And it's just like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be between 200 and 210. Okay, like that's how much I'm supposed to be. And I just can never seem to get there. So I understand. And the fact that I feel so completely unhealthy at 300 pounds, it's obviously you're not meant to be carrying on that much weight. So I do understand the argument. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because obviously it is very contradictory to see so many people call out Eugenia Cooney and for how she looks, but then be like, oh my God, yes, you're like slay queen, go girl, when, you're 600 pounds and you're like, out there, I don't know, doing whatever. Like the girl who was like fitting into the Lyft car or whatever, like everyone was like saying like, oh no, shame on Lyft or whatever. And it's kind of like, well, I don't think a human body is supposed to be that big, and that's coming from a big ass bitch, okay? Like, obviously, y'all know. In case you guys didn't know, I built my whole entire like social media presence specifically from Fat Bitch Friday. That was like my whole thing, obviously, was to be inclusive with plus size. However, I do think it does come down to a point to where it's like, oh, okay, this is extremely unhealthy. It's extremely unhealthy to be extremely thin, and it's extremely unhealthy to be extremely large. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like obviously there's so much nuance to this topic, but a lot of people just don't get it, and their brain computes of like, oh, okay, you're fine at 600 pounds, but oh no, you're not fine at 90 pounds. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, they're both unhealthy. You know what I mean? Anyway, so talking about Eugenia Cooney recently, y'all, it is being alleged, okay, that she was on live and she was getting ready to do like a get ready with me stream, and a lot of people are speculating, okay. I have seen actually some doctors react to this on TikTok. I'm not going to be playing any of these TikToks because I do think that it is very dangerous, because at the end of the day, we don't know what she has. And yes, even a medical professional can obviously look at her and like say, oh, these type of symptoms can seem like a heart attack, or it can seem like organs failing, or whatever the case may be. But until they actually like run lab tests or do CT scans or like any of the above, we're not going to know what it is. So I feel like heavy speculation like that is bad. But I do want to say this, okay? I think that Eugenia Cooney is very, very unhealthy, okay? And I think that she does need help. I think that, I don't know if you guys actually recall to where she did a whole, like, little, like, documentary style video with Shane Dawson. I guess she had opened up within that video that she was actually getting help, and she went to rehab before, and she was actually looking very healthy. She was looking really good. But I do want to say over the past few years, she has looked back to, being unwell. And I think that it's kind of like messed up too, that a lot of people, like, they literally call her Corpse Bride on TikTok. Like, y'all, I've seen before Terry Joe. If you guys don't know what Terry Joe is, hilarious. I've seen Terry Joe before on live with Jeffree Star and Eugenia Cooney. And then, she like basically said like, oh, if we had a baby, like, what would we name it? And she was like, oh, maybe like Jack Skellington or Corpse Bride. And I was just like, Oh my God, like, yeah, when you like look at it, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, it's funny, but then it's like, oh, it's sad because obviously, there she has a problem. Do you know what I mean? And she needs help. And you know what kind of makes me sad is seeing that she obviously has millions of followers and she's been so famous on social media for such a long period of time. I think it's kind of sad that like nobody steps in to help her. Like she's besties with so many people on social media. Like, how come they're not helping her behind the scenes? Obviously, today we're going to be talking about Jeffree Star and his involvement with this whole situation. And Jeffree Star claims to like be close with her, but then I'm really wondering, and obviously, yes, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but I really do wonder if he like hits her up and says, like, hey girl, like, do you need any type of help? Like, if you need to go to a facility, like I can take you, I can help you pay for it, like whatever it is. I really wonder if he is doing that because I think somebody needs to do that because I think that we are actually watching somebody like slowly deteriorate and it's very, very unhealthy. If you guys have seen the clips that I'm referring to, okay, it was when she was doing her Get Ready With Me. She started almost having like this like body, like I don't want to call it like convulsions, but like I don't know, like she just kind of like her body just kind of like jerked like this. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of looked alarming, honestly. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna put it within this video, but obviously I can describe it for you guys, obviously because I don't want like my channel to get messed with by YouTube. But it did look very scary. Like straight up, I was like, oh wow. Of course, everybody was speculating, oh, she's having a heart attack on live, or oh, her organs are giving out, or like whatever. Do you know what I mean? But I think that this is actually a really big wake up call that somebody needs to step in and help her, and I think that we need to stop, like, condoning this type of behavior because I'm like, it's so clear that she has an issue and it makes me feel so bad because when you see pictures of her it's like honestly it literally looks like I don't know if you guys in your guys' health class in high school like had that like skeleton like that's what she looks like. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even trying to be shady whatsoever, but I'm just kind of like, whoa, girl, like it looks like one gust of wind and she's gone. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, I think that she needs help and I hope that somebody helps her, okay? Today, obviously, we're going to be talking about Jeffree Star because he did speak out about this whole situation. He actually went on a pretty long rant about this. What is so weird though, okay, I'm going to play that for you guys in a second, but what is so weird about this situation is you guys are going to see another clip to where people are alleging, okay, that he was also making fun of her in a live after that, okay? I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I have searched and searched and searched to find context of that second video, which you guys will see after. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know if he's talking about her. Like, please, somebody fill us in down below. But I do want to go ahead and start this off by playing to where he is talking about Eugenia. And he sounds like a very concerned friend and he does sound like he really does care, but I'm really hoping that it's not performative and just for the stream. Do you know what I mean? I hope that he's actually trying to help her behind the scenes. But go ahead and check out this clip right here.
People love tearing others down, even when they're at their worst. Isn't that such a weird thing we do in society? No, I don't do that, but as a whole, when someone is suffering, who thought it would be a good idea to dissect it, make up things, create untruthful, hurtful things? I'm just confused by the world lately. Azumi, you don't actually care about her, so that's why I gave you that bland response. It's a given things aren't okay. It's a given. But you don't care, so you don't get a real answer. How about that? You don't really care about my friend. Help her! You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know the steps that I've taken, the phone calls I've had, the things that I'm doing. You have no idea, because it's not your business. How about that? When I said she was okay yesterday, it was so you would shut up. Clearly, she's not okay. And I love her immensely, and I will be here for her, and I am here for her. You have no idea what she's going through. The gaslighting that people try to do to me every single day is horrifying. Nothing's ruining my weekend, sweetheart. I'm having a passionate conversation. Maybe some of y'all have no spine. So if someone's tone of voice is raised up a couple decibels, you don't know how to handle it. Aww. Get a backbone, sweetheart. Show a little compassion. Show a little kindness. And if someone is suffering and you don't understand why, don't try to dissect it. Don't try to talk about it when you don't know anything about it. Be kind. You can tell you were never hugged as a baby. You can tell some of y'all never got hugged as children. The way that you talk to me and the way that y'all act towards Eugenia, you can tell some of y'all were never loved as a child. It's awful. And the trauma that you carry, you're exuding towards me and you're exuding towards her. You don't really care about us. You don't care about her. You don't care about her well-being. You don't have any compassion for mental health. You're just like them. And that's scary. Is that there's millions of awful, sociopathic people out there, and half of them are in this chat room right now. Because my team would never speak to me like this. Sam Spammer, aren't you 50? No, I'm in my 30s, sweetheart. Thank you. And no, I'm not tired of having passion and compassion for people. Never. She's a human being with feelings, yes. And she also doesn't owe anyone an explanation about her mental health. She doesn't owe y'all a damn thing. Who made y'all God? Who made y'all? Who tricked y'all into thinking anyone owes you an explanation? Me, her, anyone.
There y'all saw from right there, he seems very concerned. He seems like he really does have her back, and he seems like he really does care about her. Here's where things get very tricky though, is because as I'm scrolling through my timeline, I see this other clip right here, and then it's right here. Somebody had commented on the video, the person who took the video, you know, they are talking about Eugenia, and then I realized he did make fun of Eugenia and the water thing, her almost throwing up on live. I don't know if this is somebody just speculating right here, because you guys are going to see within this clip that Jeffree whispers in, I think the guy's name is Paul. He whispers in his ear, and then they laugh about something or whatever. But this is where I say, y'all, speculation can get really, really bad. But I obviously do know that us as humans, we're going to speculate. We look at a situation and we're like, oh shit, is that about so-and-so? Like, you just can't help it. It goes into your brain and you're like, you know, obviously speculate things. But I think that this could be very dangerous towards Eugenia as well as Jeffree, because when it comes down to it, obviously if he really is like trying to be a good friend to her and really trying to help her out, obviously shit like this is like, okay, it's gonna make him look bad. It's gonna make her think like, oh, this bitch is talking shit about me. Well, he hit me up saying that he was gonna help me out. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I say it could get dangerous, but I'm playing this because obviously people are talking about it on TikTok, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Okay, I sat there and I searched and I searched and I searched because I was like, okay, what's the context to this? Yes, I obviously know that, you know, people were saying like Eugenia was gonna throw up while she was on live, so I didn't know if that was in reference to that or if this person is just assuming and speculating. But this is where I say obviously things can get, you know, pretty bad. But go ahead and check out this clip right here.
Jim Jones. She knew who I was talking about. Jim Jones.
Oh,
Come on, Jim
oh my
Jones.
God, I can't breathe. This your neighbor has that sign that bitch I gagged. Yes, they do. I know you know what I'm talking about. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Don't act like her after the water.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. We can take it there any time of the year.
If y'all have seen that floating around on TikTok, please let us know if you know any context to that, because obviously I'm playing it so that way you guys know, because a lot of people were like, oh my God, and here everyone is thinking that Jeffree Star is a nice person, which y'all know I've said it time and time again before. I'm sorry, but Jeffree Star to me, I feel like, I don't know, y'all, he got issues, okay? I feel like he could like seem like he's a nice person, but then I'm just kind of like, whoa, he snaps crazy on people. Low-key kind of reminds me of the old version of myself. Like I've said it before, because I would like snap on my friends. Say for example, if I was hurt by them and then like one little straw broke the camel's back, and I would snap and I would just like lash out and just like freaking cuss and yell, which totally was me because I didn't know how to process my emotions or like communicate my feelings. Do you know what I mean? But by the way, I'm talking about when I was like, I don't know, 20, you know what I mean? Like this 15 freaking years ago. So I'm just kind of like him. I've noticed that, damn, he be doing it a lot. So that's why I'm kind of like, I know a lot of people are over here like, oh, Jeffree Star seems like a good person, but then I'm like, sometimes he seems like a mean bitch, if I'm keeping it real with you guys. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know, like, is he really talking about Eugenia right here? Because he obviously seemed very concerned and very caring of Eugenia within that first clip that you guys saw. But then people are obviously, you know, piecing this together right here. But once again, I don't know. I feel like the person who made that video could totally just be speculating, and we don't really know exactly what's going down. Like I said, if y'all know any context to that second clip that you guys just saw right now, please let us know in the comment section down below. Because I do gotta say this, if he's on live making fun of her right after acting like he cared about her, that is fucked up. Like, that is so fucked up, because I'm like, obviously she needs somebody to like care for her. She obviously needs some help right now in her life. So I'm like, if he's getting out and speaking publicly about her, and, you know, making it seem like he really cares, but then making fun of her, that's messed up, y'all. That's super messed up. But once again, I don't know. It seems like a speculation to me. It seems like this person that recorded that video was assuming. That's just my little 2 cents. But obviously, we never really know. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.